Hi, Cindy Charter.
Hi.
Hi, come on in.
Okay.
How you feeling?
Oh, I've been better, but I'm okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and have a seat.
Thank you.
Is there anything I can get you to eat or drink?
I think I'm good right now. Thank you.
Great. Well, my name is Blythe Todd, and I'm the social worker here at CDH. I have here in your file that your name is Cindy Carter.
Yes.
What would you like me to call you?
Cindy's fine.
Okay, great. Cindy, well, it's really nice to meet you.
You too.
We have only about 20 minutes here today, but I would really like to just use this time to get to know more about you and your situation so that I can be as helpful as I can. So I just ask that you are as open and honest as you feel comfortable with.
Okay.
So that I can really try to help you.
Okay.
And also we do have a confidentiality policy here, so anything that you say will be kept confidential unless you mention a threat or threaten to harm yourself or someone else.
Okay.
Everything else will be kept confidential.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you so much for meeting with me today. I wanted to meet because I know that your physician has your discharge set for Friday. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so I also understand that you have some concerns about that.
Right.
Yeah, so tell me more about that.
Well, I'm concerned because I have nobody at home that can help me, and I have lots of stairs in my house, and so, it's going to be difficult getting around. My bedroom's upstairs, so there's a lot of stairs I have to climb, and then, of course, the kitchen is downstairs, so, I don't know how I'm going to handle all that. It really hurts to go up and down steps.
Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, trying to transition back home can be really hard, and having the comfort of the hospital and knowing what all is here and then kind of the unknowns of that can be really difficult.
Right.
Tell me more about who all is at home right now.
Well, I really don't have anybody at home. I've never had any children, so, and I've never been married, so, I do have family, but, brother and sister and their kids, but they all live far away, so I really don't have anybody that would be willing to come in and help with things at the house.
Yeah, that seems like it would be really scary to not know who could even take care of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you have neighbors?
I have neighbors, but we really don't know each other that well. I've only lived in the house for about 5 years, so, it sometimes takes a while to get to know people.
Right.
And they're all very busy. They all are younger and have jobs that they go to all the time and young kids, and so, it makes it kind of difficult.
Yeah, that can be really challenging. So you mentioned that when you go back home, there's going to be some difficulties getting around the house.
Right.
Tell me how you've been feeling lately.
Well, it does hurt to walk.
Okay.
There's a lot of pain in my back. And then, like I said, going up and down steps is, kind of, that really hurts.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to do that kind of stuff. And then just, it seems like the energy and the time that it takes to get around and get things done, I'm, just worn out. So, and the pain medicine helps a little bit, but it doesn't totally take the pain away.
Yeah. Tell me a bit about how your therapy has been going.
It's been helpful. It's helped the pain some, but it's just, it's going to take time for that to really help. But, I'm willing to do what I need to with therapy-wise, so.
Right. Yeah. Great. Well, yeah, so Medicaid does have your discharge set for Friday. So what that means is they've paid for your hospital bills up until that, but that will end on Friday.
Okay.
But the good news is there's still a lot of other things that Medicaid is willing to pay for. That's why they're there.
Okay.
So if you do go home on Friday, there are still some things that they can help with. So that would include equipment that you might need in your house. So getting up and down the stairs, some things that could make that easier, or even special pillows, anything like that.
Okay.
That could be covered with Medicaid. So that might help make that transition a little bit easier.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any questions about that?
Well, I'm wondering, is there any type of rehabilitation center that I could go to that's kind of a step down from the hospital? Is that a possibility with Medicare?
Yes. So with Medicaid and Medicare, both have a lot of options for things like that. And our hospital actually has an occupational therapist whose role really is to work with the clients and even go to your house and see the things that you see what you have there and kind of the things that you might need. But also they are there to kind of help you figure out how to do those daily tasks that seem really daunting right now. So they can help you with that, and that is covered. And also Medicare is able to pay for some more physical therapy that would be more extended than just your time at the hospital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are all really great resources.
Is there the possibility of having it pay to have somebody come in and help, maybe once a day with stuff? Would that be covered by Medicare?
Yeah, so there are, the hospital can set you up with that. So they can come to your house and help you with bathing or even finding resources to help with cooking or to partner with the community to help you with those things that you're not able to do right now. Yeah.
And how do they go about maybe screening the people that would come to the house? Because I'm not crazy about just letting a stranger in.
Right.
So how would that work? I mean, I assume you would use a company or somebody that's reliable and would be safe to let in your house.
Yeah, that's a great question. They have been working with the same agency for many years, and all of the people that work for that agency are highly qualified and have gone through a lot of training for that.
Okay.
So they will only choose people to come into your house that they know and have hired. And to get hired, they do need to be they go through a background check and go have a lot of qualifications for all of that.
Okay.
So
So what are the next steps then to getting things set up, and is there paperwork I need to fill out, and what do I need to do?
Yeah, so the next steps we just have a couple more days in the hospital. So in that time, we can set up appointments to talk with the occupational therapist and even talk more about Medicaid and Medicare and what those things could look like. So there would be paperwork involved. Would you feel comfortable filling those things out?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, great. So we can make sure that happens, and I have a lot of other information in brochures and pamphlets that I can make sure that I get to you.
Okay.
But just in the next couple of days, we could be talking with some people and help you understand more of what those options could look like.
Okay.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you have some neighbors, but you're not totally sure how helpful they might be, just with not knowing them.
Right.
Tell me more about your involvement in the community.
I do attend church, and as we were talking, I thought there might be some people at my church that would be willing to help me out. There's actually a group in our church that brings meals to shut-ins and things like that. So that might be something that I could ask for a little bit of help through them. In fact, I've worked with that group before at church and have been one that's delivered meals and stuff like that. So maybe I could just call on them, to help out just for a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
They would be a really great resource and really comforting. Even to know that the help that you've given people, like, that comes back, and that they'll help you and will have your back in that. Do you know how to get set up with them?
Yeah, I would know the person to contact,
great.
so I could do that.
Great. Well, that would be a really great resource for you, and helping, even knowing that you wouldn't have to cook meals for a little bit, that would maybe take a lot off your shoulders.
Right.
So, tell me more about some of the concerns that you have with going home.
Just understanding what I should and shouldn't do, I know the doctors explain that I'm not supposed to lift above so many pounds, but just, are there other issues that I need to be aware of that I shouldn't be doing? Of course I said going up and down the steps is painful, and maybe that's something I shouldn't be doing. I don't know. I would need to find out more, and I think the occupational therapist would help me kind of sort those things out.
Yeah.
And then just making sure that I have the appropriate medicines that I need and know when I'm supposed to take them and stuff like that, you know, and maybe even getting the medicines. I don't know if, you know, it will be a prescription that will be called in, and so I'll need to work on, you know, getting that picked up and things like that. So.
Yeah, there are a lot of kind of unknowns with making that transition back back home. I know that can be really difficult. A lot of the clients that we've had come in are really scared of going back home because they've had nurses and people that really know how to help you. They've had them right in front of them for while they've been recovering.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand that can be really scary.
Yeah. Well, and then the other thing, what do I do? Who do I call if, you know, let's say I trip on something and I fall down and I can't get up, or, you know, I've kind of re-injured myself. You know, what do I do? Who can I call? You know, that's a little scary to be kind of by yourself and be in that situation.
Right. Yeah. Well, we will have your name kind of in our file so that when you call, if you call the hospital calling 911, we will be able to rush and we will know exactly where to go and can get there really quickly.
Okay.
But there's also a great tool. It's called Life Alert, which is you just wear it around your neck. It's just a necklace and has, if you couldn't reach the phone, if you fell and you couldn't get up like you mentioned, you could just press that and that does get the immediate attention of the local hospital.
Okay.
So we do have those in our office that we could give you.
Oh, that would make me feel so much better.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I'm happy to give that. So you mentioned too that you've been set up you've been going to your church, and that they could help with meals. Do you feel like they could be maybe a good community to kind of help you through this transition?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I have a good friend in the church, so I think she would be willing to, you know, maybe come alongside when she's not working and help me out. So
good. That's really good to have that support of friends.
Oh yeah.
Even friends that think similarly to you and have those similar beliefs to help you kind of get through these hard times.
Right.
Yeah. So I've given you just some of the resources that we have, and we can meet again in the next couple days and help you get set up with all of those different resources. Tell me about how you feel about going home now, knowing those things.
I feel a lot more comfortable knowing that there are services out there that I can rely on.
Okay.
You know, at first I felt like, you know, I'm just going to be sent back home and I'm kind of on my own. But, I mean, you've mentioned several things, and so I feel like, okay, I think I can do this. So,
yeah.
And then just thinking about people in my church and, you know, things like that, I believe that it would work well.
Good. Well, I'm glad that you feel cared for. And there are a lot of really great people in the community, and even tools that we don't even know about until we kind of get in these situations. So yeah, I'm glad that you do feel better about going home. Do you have any other questions that I can help you with?
I don't think I do at this time, but
Great.
I know where I can get a hold of you at.
Yeah,
so.
Great. We just have a couple of minutes left, but yeah, thanks so much for being willing to share kind of your concerns about going home and just how scary that can be. I really appreciate you opening up about that. And on your way out, I can be sure to get you that information, and we can set up some of those appointments to talk with the occupational therapist, or figuring out how to use Medicaid and Medicare for your situation.
Okay.
So does that sound good?
Yeah, that'd be
Awesome.
Great. Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy to help.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Great. Well, thanks so much for meeting.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.